I recently attended my first railway staff reunion since my own retirement, and what a way to begin with the Nine Elms Enginemen's reunion on the Bluebell Railway August the 14th 2024. My first views produced something of a surprise with the unmistakable shape of a Great Western locomotive moving about the shed in steam. A quick look around the now sanitised steam shed gave a chance for my good friend Bob and I to have our photos taken next to a famous loco. Many locos could be seen with Blackmore Vale, a very tired looking undercover Class 33, and others on show, but in the background we saw the wonderful new Atlantic locomotive, sadly kept away from general view. Let's watch now as the Hall class comes off shed to take water. Nine Elms Depot in London serving Waterloo should need no introduction, having its origins in 1843 and then from 1861 to 1967. With many fine locomotives built for the London South Western Railway and the Southern Railway, and maintained there also. The reunion gives a chance for old mates to catch up, and for more recent staff and friends to meet up also. Whittick Hall number 6989 was built in March 1948 at Swindon Works, and was withdrawn in June 1964. She would have spent her working life around Hereford, Worcester and Gloucester, on loan now to the Bluebell Railway until late 2024. Here the loco crew placed a special reunion headboard on the front of the first departure for East Grinstead, something of a controversy really, placing a top-link Southern Depot's headboard on a Great Western locomotive. After shunting up to the home signal, Whittick Hall backs onto its train. A note about the cylinder drain cocks and all that steam you see at the front of the locos when they start. Steam from the opened regulator entering cold cylinders condenses, creating water that must be cleared, hence cylinder drain cocks. Only once the cylinder's temperature increases can the locomotive perform correctly. Compression valves are fitted to each cylinder as a safeguard, however they cannot be relied upon to clear the water. A good driver will know by the sound and sight the moment when to close the drain cocks. If these cocks were not used, severe damage could occur to the locomotive cylinders, valve gear and side rods. Water can't be compressed in steam locomotive cylinders. Engineers were working at the home signal and their train had to come into the station before our train could depart. Now I'll be quiet and let you enjoy the sights and sounds of this lovely engine departing Sheffield Park. Now standard Class 5 73082 appeared and started to shunt the up carriage sidings adjacent to the station. Camelot was built in June 1955 at Derby Works. Initial allocation to Stewart's Lane, named Camelot in August 1959 and withdrawn from DR service in June 1966 when she was at Guildford Shed. She arrived on the Bluebell Railway in October 1979. The train she pulled from the shed and moved to the station was completely beautiful and historically significant. Being propelled towards us is South Eastern and Chatham Railway 100-seater third-class coach, number 1098, built in 1922, with seating for, strangely enough, 100 people. Withdrawn in December 1962 and preserved 1963, arriving at the Bluebell on the 2nd of May 1963. Followed by London, Brighton and South Coast Railway bogie first coach, built in June 1903 at Brighton, seating 38, as restored. It came to the Bluebell in 1989 in quite a state, but has been lovingly restored and preserved. This is followed by 3188, built in 1897, again used as part of a house in Devon after withdrawal in December 1935. Preserved at the Bluebell Railway on 18th of October 2005. This is followed by 3360, a four-wheel London, Chatham and Dover Railway coach, later South Eastern and Chatham Railway, as preserved, and built in 1889. It had been withdrawn in 1925 after use on hop pickers specials. It had then had a bungalow built around it. Preserved and to the Bluebell Railway in 2003. Lastly, and by no means least, we have London, Chatham and Dover Railway number 114, break third, built in 1889, preserved in London, Chatham and Dover livery. Again, it had been used as hop pickers specials trains and was withdrawn in 1925 when it too became part of a domestic dwelling. To the Bluebell Railway in 1977, it would not be until 2006 that it was back in traffic. What beautiful coaches, and a huge credit to all those involved in the restoration and upkeep. Here's a nice picture of myself, Bob and Pat. The meet-ups continued on. Now time to watch the second departure of the day for East Grinstead. Now 2 photos of the lovely looking Atlantic being hidden away on shed. D4106X09018 was built in November 1961 and subsequently based at Carlisle, Kingmore, Rugby, Crewe Diesel Depot and Tone before arriving on the Southern in September 1968 at Selhurst. She then had a spell at Feltham before going to Ashford Chartleacon in March 1969. After a time in private hands, she arrived on the Bluebell on the 23rd of April 2013. Being one of the 09 class, she has a top speed of 27.5 miles an hour. E6040, while not in use, deserves a mention. You may have spotted the Class 73 named Bluebell Railway, built in August 1966. She was eventually renumbered 73133, being named the Bluebell Railway in 1990 at Selhurst. Previously a name bestowed on 73004 back in 1987, but she was sadly scrapped. E6040 has been on the Bluebell Railway since 2023. So now we come to the end of this video, with one more departure and a couple more photographs of the men of the steam railway and later railway. Thanks so much to the organisers, and I hope you have enjoyed this video.